Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And coming up tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast, we're going to talk about the calm and quiet weather that we have in the eastern part of the United States and the wet and somewhat stormy weather that we have in parts of the western United States. And of course, we'll talk about everything that is in between all that. And that is coming up tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. And as we take a look at the satellite loop, there isn't a whole lot happening, even though we do see a fair amount of clouds covering parts of the United States. There's no real organized storm activity on the mainland anyway. We do have an upper trough that's crossing the Great Lakes and moving off the East Coast. Actually, it's already crossed the Great Lakes and it's moving off the East Coast now. So the clouds that you see to the overhead, the northeast, are going to diminish as we move through tonight and for tomorrow. It is beautiful, sunny, but cold in the middle and south Atlantic states and back over into the Tennessee Valley. Then we warm up a bit as we head up into the plains, and then out in the west, there's much more moisture there. And if you look on the far left, you can see the swirl that's out there off the coast of California, and that is a storm system that has been sending waves of moisture and rain inland. And as we check out the radars, you see the east is fairly quiet. What's left of the lake effect is all but gone on the radar now. You have to go west of the Rockies, really, where you find areas of rain showers. And in the Sierra Nevadas in California, it's snow. And also up in the Pacific Northwest where we've got some rain. But that really is about it. And as far as precipitation goes over the next 7 days, and now this is going to take us right through Christmas Day, very little is going to fall in the Northeast and down into Northern Virginia. We're talking about a couple of hundredths. No rain is forecast, or snow for that matter, in northern New England. You have to get down to the southeast of the Gulf states, in the lower and middle Mississippi Valley, where they do need the rain later this week. They're going to get as much as an inch and a half, rather an inch and a half to as much as 2.5 to 3 inches in some places. And then you see up and down the West Coast over the next 7 days, we're talking about rainfall amounts of an inch and a half to 3 inches plus in a few areas. And that extends, by the way, all the way down to Southern California. Now, this is a map that is so rare in December. This is the the probability of snowfall 2 inches over the next 72 hours. So that takes us into Friday morning. Amazing. Given the fact that it is the 19th of December, it should be snowing somewhere, and the only place really that you have to have any kind of snow of consequence over the next 3 days in the Sierra Nevadas, where we have an 80% or higher probability of at least 2 inches of snow. And if I put the 8-inch amount up, you can see that there's a 50% probability being indicated for at least 8 inches. But other than that, the rest of the country is about as free of snow, additional snow, or in some cases, their first snows, absolutely free of snow in the forecast for the next 3 days, and I suspect probably a bit beyond that. So there's not a whole lot that's really changing in the short term through Christmas time. We will see the pattern change after Christmas and going into the first week of January, but we have to watch to see how that evolves. Pattern changes are grinding processes, and for you snow lovers out there, I always say the pattern change you want, the pattern change you get can be two different things, and there's no guarantee a new pattern is going to produce what you want to see. Let's put it that way. But in the meantime, if you're traveling for the Christmas holidays, up and down the East Coast, if you're going, you should be fine. If you're going to the West Coast, you may have some issues, but overall, there's an absence of really, truly big, debilitating storms anywhere. So we're going to be dry and nice for Wednesday. A little bit of a push of high pressure in southeastern Canada is going to bleed down some colder air on Thursday and Friday. Nothing really out of the ordinary, just keeping temperatures about where they should be for this time of year. A warm front's going to go out by on Saturday. That's going to produce some clouds probably, but not much more. There's a little precipitation in upstate New York, some rain and some snow showers. I think we'll probably miss out on that. Outside chance that we could get a sprinkle or a shower on Saturday. And then we're going to turn milder for Sunday and Monday, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. You'll notice that some of that western energy does start to produce snows on Saturday and Sunday in the central Rockies and maybe even up in the northern plains. But the rain from this, and yes, it will be rain, is probably not going to get here until maybe sometime next Tuesday night or on Wednesday. So that will be where the next focus of attention is as far as precipitation is concerned. And don't forget tonight the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast at 7:35 p.m. Calm and quiet in the east, wet and somewhat stormy in the west.